Today I'm going to give a quick review of the GB142-60. As you can see, it is on my floor. It has been installed for about 6 years. Um, this unit I bought with high hopes. It was about $5,000, not including install and everything else. It's a GB142-60, which is the largest one they make. As you could see by my manifold and everything, which is now disconnected, I have a fairly decent sized system. I was running 3 circulators. Each level of my house is zoned with an indirect Amtrol Boilermate tank. The boiler at startup, when it started, I was pretty impressed with it. Very quiet and worked well. But over the past few years, it's been nothing but trouble. I've had issues with it going down. I've replaced the fan on it, which a fan for this thing is over $300. You get into issues with sensors. So the water temp sensor has been an issue. Ionization sensor has been an issue. But the largest issue came recently when we couldn't figure stuff out. Basically, it fired and thumped. We didn't know what was wrong. Even the techs had problems. And then what you'll find with Buderus is there's very few techs that want to work on these or have good experience with these things. Despite what Buderus does is basically refer you to whoever's in the area as far as techs or distributors. The unit basically, in the end, what I found out was the ceramic plates cracked, and it shot flames through into the air distributor plate, and it resulted in burning through the air diffuser and other items. So this boiler is basically down for the count. The parts are about $500, never mind the tech call, which is probably another $300 to $500. I've decided now to just buy a new boiler because after reading reviews on the heat exchangers, these tend to go around 8 to 10 years, based on what I've read. Some go even earlier. So I'm not really happy considering the price of the boiler. The other thing that's happened over the years, which I was already looking at, you can see the manifold. Sorry all the mess. But you can see the Grundfos pump right here. See all the rust. I've already replaced one of the nuts on top, which leaked. Apparently these, which were a pre-built unit from Buderus, leak all over the place and were a known issue. Apparently there was a recall at some point. I didn't get the memo on it and I missed it. After speaking with Buderus, they said there was nothing they could do. So basically that was a defective part they wouldn't replace. As far as the unit itself, like I said, I've had it installed 6-7 years. I expected a lot more out of a $5,000 boiler. Too many sensors, too many things to go wrong. I don't know if they didn't work out the bugs at the time, but I can tell you that I cannot recommend the GB160 at all, a 142-60, or any of the GB142 series based on the reviews I read after having my issues, and a lot of the same issues came up. I've now bought a Crown boiler, which they apparently, from what I understand, the customer service is excellent. When talking with Buderus about my issues, all they do is refer you to a local distributor or a local contractor, which there's very few that want to work on Buderus or Buderus certified. So unless you get one of their certified technicians, they won't even talk to you about warranty. They won't talk to you about anything, but trying to get an actual Buderus certified technician, especially where I am, is highly improbable. There's only 2 that are in my general area, and it's tough to get anybody down here. These things are like a Mercedes. If you have the money, I guess, to fix them and keep up with all the repairs that are constant, that's fine. But my feeling on a boiler is you should be able to just have it cleaned and do normal maintenance, especially at the price levels of high efficiencies, and be good to go. But maybe I'm wrong in that. I bought the Crown Phantom. I'll be reviewing that soon, but hopefully it's better reviews. From what I understand so far, that's been a good boiler. And like I said, the customer service is much better. They will deal with consumers on a direct level. And as well as they have a lot more local distributors than Buderus. Crown is also an American company, so parts are a little bit easier sometimes to come by. But anyway, I can't give a positive rating to this Buderus. If you're looking at this model, I would highly recommend you look elsewhere. unless you want to encounter the same issues that I had and many others. I encourage you to look at the reviews online, especially third-party reviews through other sites other than distributors. And when you really start looking into them, a lot of the same issues keep coming up. So that's my review. Hopefully I'll have something on the Phantom soon. Thanks for watching.